Starting up and welcome to another episode here for the Funk Report, Mindful Media and Communication. And today we talk about attention span, the downfall of the attention span. So hey, friends, TikTokers, countrymen, lend me your drifting attention. That is, if you can focus for this 15 to 20 minutes podcast without surrendering to any other distracting screens. That's a test. Because today, together, we mourn the downfall of noble concentration in the bite-sized media era. So let us all together light vigil candles for the attention span while we all strategize how to rehabilitate our fractured focus. It's not too late. It's not too late. We can still save sustained thinking, but we have to do it now. So why all that, right? To understand the shrinking attention span, we have to examine some formal features of hyper-stimulating media that we're exposed to all the time, right? Fast cuts, bright colors, rapid scene changes, sound effects, all those things activate our sensory nervous system, okay? So keeping eyes glued according to media aesthetics theories. Why? Because if you see something aesthetically pleasing, we pay attention to that. That's why everything is bright colored, everything is loud, and everything is exciting. Look at this, look at it. There's a blue car, right? You know the gag from that The Simpsons even did back then, right? So there's a reason for that, and that's this one. The media aesthetics theories, okay? Platforms like YouTube and TikTok, they leverage those theories, those technical elements to hook users, through endless novelty, variety, and those addictive autoplay recommendations. If you go to click on one video, another one, then you're going down that rabbit hole. So how can books or conversations compete with them? If you read a book, there's no recommended something, or there's no one commenting on the book that you're reading, right, while you're reading it, right? Or conversations, even words. We are hypnotized, not a native speaker, we're hypnotized by this digital dopamine IV trip that we're getting, okay? Picky, can't you see? Different podcast, not rapping here. But we're hypnotized, just like the notorious B.I.G. did back then, okay? And that leads to a few things we need to discuss. So one thing is that leads to a very heavy cognitive load on our brains, okay? So this constant avalanche of stimuli that overwhelms your working memory, it crowds cognition according to the cognitive load theory. Okay, this theory suggests that you can only process a certain amount of cognitive input. Okay, so our brains are forced to rapidly switch between topics which just disrupt deeper thought, or you're just thinking about something that you learn in your digital strategies class, for example, with your favorite professor, and you're thinking about it, and you're oh wait, I got a notification, and then it's gone. Okay, so that's the cognitive load theory. Okay, so those rapidly switching between topics, it disrupts deeper thought. That shows that multitasking, I know we all think we are awesome in multitasking. Statistics say otherwise, okay? Multitasking also fractures comprehension and strains your mental resources. There are lots of studies that say that. There are books out there that talk about it. I know you say I'm used to multitasking. Yeah, we all say that because we all do it. That doesn't mean it's good for us, okay? So multitasking further exhausts your mind, our neural capacity through this attention residue buildup. Okay, it's like a cumulative mental meltdown, if you will. Because there's so much stuff coming at you from everywhere. You take it in, you try to think about the important stuff, your work, your studies, relationships. It's all coming in oh God, it's so much. Okay, that's this cumulative mental meltdown. And why don't we stop is the question. If we realize that it's melting us, so why don't we stop, right? And there's an answer to that. Because there's a psychological allure to different kinds of rewards there. Yeah, what keeps us obsessively scrolling and swiping for quick hits is the question. And the psychology of those three words I just mentioned. Okay, unpredictable. You see how excited I'm about this topic because it's really important that we think about it. Yeah, so unpredictable. Even my cat complains now. Sorry, Snooze. Unpredictable social media likes or viral video shares. So they provide those rushes of dopamine. Like, oh yeah, cool. I didn't expect to get like, I don't know, a few thousand views on this TikTok video here, for example. Oh my God, so awesome. Yeah, I need more. Okay, this unexpected dopamine rush makes you go like, I want more, I need more. Just like my cat right now wants more, okay? So this operant conditioning leaves us compulsively seeking like the next one, another euphoric neurological prize. It's like we keep going. It's like lab mice, we forget the futility, right? The next viral squid of approval never satisfies for long. It's like, yeah, oh, I need more. Like your brains are getting hijacked. Yeah, you're trying to get the next dopamine hit, like need more likes, need more. Oh. And the consequences are huge. Like you say, yeah, we all know that. Yeah, we all know it, but we still succumb to it. If you know it, why don't we fight it? Right, Snooze? Exactly, Snooze agrees. So those consequences, right, they have impacts on learning, your work, well-being, and so on. Yeah, so a fractured focus, for example, severely hampers learning comprehension, cognitive function, and everything that's related. Now I'm distracted, just like what I just talked about, because my cat is trying to break out of the door. Snooze, give me 10 more minutes. Let me talk to the people about attention span. Okay? Thank you. Come here. You can be on the podcast again if you want to. If I have a cat on the podcast, maybe I get more likes. Yeah, come here. Come to me. I just gave you food. You should listen to me. Maybe I get more likes with you. You don't want me to get likes? Okay. Then we're going back to those consequences. Okay, so this fractured focus, distraction all the time, hampers learning, comprehension, cognitive function. What I just said before, Snooze rudely disrupted me. Okay, and our analytics abilities also erode over time. This means like our abilities to critically think about what we consume, they erode over time because we consume more and more. And we spend less time actually thinking about it. And don't even let me get started like on mental health, for example. Like this constant distraction like magnifies stress and anxiety while, of course, diminishing presence, right? Social skills like atrophy without like eye contact, for example, like chasing this digital engagement, it displaces real community. But we talked about this. So the prognosis sounds rather grim because of that, but we talked about this in many previous episodes, right? And what's even worse, or what makes it worse, is of course like recommendation algorithms that lead to also selective exposure, right? Filter bubbles and so on. Like what's fueling this limited attention epidemic is like, according to Snooze. So what fuels all that is of course like the recommendation algorithms and like selective exposure, right? So this attention epidemic, if you will, is of course something that is hard to combat. And media-dependent theory actually suggests that we've become very reliant on digital platforms for information and entertainment. No surprise. I mean, that's why we have a podcast here, for example, right? So the algorithms of those platforms, they technically feed us like captivating content through selective exposure. So outrageous headlines, ensnares like while satisfying those recommendation rabbit holes based on like watch history and so on. And there's no escape from that. And so the question, of course, is how do we get back from that? Like, how can we restore our focus through mindfulness? Because clearly we gotta course correct somehow. Like before, sustained concentration like drifts into mythology. Nobody can remember it anymore, right? So here are a few strategies that I think could help to regain attentional autonomy, okay? So first, limit this addictive, quick hit social media by recognizing and reducing hooking behaviors, okay? Like, gotta take digital sabbaticals sometimes to detox actually neurologically from this hypodermic IV drip. Hypodermic needle theory. Okay. It's hard, but it's helpful. Next, you would build focus stamina through like activities like books, remember, conversations with actual people about actual topics, or maybe even meditation. Meditation is tough. I'm not sarcastic right now. Meditation is tough, but it's very helpful. Okay, you can train your brain by progressing from like 5 to 10 to 15, maybe even to 30 minutes of like distraction-free concentration if you can. And finally, you gotta be more purposeful and more present in everything that you do. You don't just zone out and scroll like mindlessly. Like, agency over attention starts with self-awareness. Okay. We can still save our high-tech cognition, I think, through vigilance. But we just have to actively do it. That's very important. And so let me quickly hit those counter arguments too before I wrap it up, okay? So quick content allows efficient like fact-finding, for example. Yes, true. And entertainment sampling is also great because you just quickly check what do I like, what I don't like. Yes, that's all good. But restraint is always the key, right? We should determine our tech use, not the other way around, okay? So that's why I think vigilance is needed here, okay? I think this epic struggle against like the loss of the attention span continues. But if you understand and take like small steps, we can hopefully rehabilitate like this fractured attention towards mindfulness, hopefully. All right, so let's lead your mind, our brains, not follow, okay? So lead, not follow. With this, I wrap things up right now. I hope this was somewhat insightful. If you have any thoughts on this, I'm happy to hear. Like, do you suffer from that? Do you combat it? How do you combat it? Shout out in the comments, as always, at funkitpod on social media, funkitpod@gmail.com via email. Like, share, subscribe, leave a review. That would be fantastic. And, well, yeah, read a book. Until next time, we talk soon. Stay safe, take care. Saudi.